Bad shit happens to people all the time. If it hasn't happened to you, it probably will, so, hang on to your asses. The story you're about to see is about the time God went all Joe Don Baker on some poor slob's ass. Check it. In the land of Williamsburg, there lived a guy named Jobe. Home Fry had an embarrassment of riches. To wit, a rent-controlled loft in a former asbestos factory. He rocked a fixed gear. He had a rad freelancing job doing graphic design for skateboards. Jobe's G-Fry was a stone fox named Astrid. She was an American Apparel model until things got weird on a shoot. Hey, let's get weird. Are you okay? An avowed anarcho-feminist, Astrid should have been offended by Jobe's gratuitous display of chivalry. You think that impresses me? I think it does. And it did. Life was one big salad day for Jobe. Little did he know that up in heaven, the Almighty and Satan were about to get all Gossip Girl on him. You check out my main man Jobe, dude is totally mo for me. And Satan was like, don't be ridic. He plays short round to your Dr. Jones because you got him on a celestial trust fund. Take that shit away and I bet he turns Fredo on you. God, being a total degenerate gambler, couldn't resist a bet. Like the time Satan bet him that he couldn't make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights. It didn't take long for God to get all wrath-like on Jobe. First to go was his laptop. Dude went to the Apple store, but the Genius Bar had no neurons to spare. Dude, it's fucked. Honest to was, sans hard drive, Jobe didn't meet his deadline at the skateboard company was fired. Or at least as fired as you can be from a freelance job. Moted. On the way home, he saw an ominous sign. Literally. Jobe's landlord kicked him out when he couldn't afford to make rent in his rapidly gentrifying neighborhood. Even having to go all hobo made him more contrite than pissed. Misfortune struck Jobe like a case of the herp for which there was no Valtrex. But at least he still had Astrid. That was until the fateful night she had a bandito mustache tattooed on her finger and died from ink poisoning. Jobe's friends pitied the fool and let him crash on their futon. When he woke up the next morning, he was covered in itchy welts. Bedbugs! This is more than he could bear, so he rent his garments and went all Martin Sheen. Jobe's fatalism was harshing everyone's mellow, so his bros sat him down for a little tete-a-tete. At first it was all awkward, with everyone just kind of sitting around not saying anything, but Jobe finally broke the ice. I cursed the day I was born! Ah! Jobe's bros took turns telling him that he must have royally pissed off God to have unleashed such an epic shitstorm. They told him to repent. Repent! But he refused to cop a plea. No! They debated back and forth until God himself literally couldn't take any more of their shit. So he descended from heaven. Jobe and his friends were in awe.
Oh.
Holy shit! For real. Jobe was psyched by the chance to make his case to God and asked, Dude, WTF? Needless to say, God was pissed by the mere mortal's audacity and was like, Dude, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I was living in this place before there was even a coffee shop. There was just a bodega that sold 40s through a bulletproof window. Where were you when I was making this dump cool? Oberlin. So God was like, that's what I thought. But why do bad things happen to good people? God was too chagrined to admit that in this case it was because of a bet. I guess you win. So he broke it down in a way that Jobe and his bros could understand. Think about it. And Jobe was like, what you did to me was pretty effed up. But these are some pretty deep words. I'm sorry I was such a little bitch. And God was like, ain't no thing. God was still pissed at Jobe's friends' lame-ass attempts at being armchair pontiff, so he insisted they make some kind of offering to satisfy his Old Testament-style fury. Throw me a mustache party. So they threw a dance party, and the Lord was pleased. And nobody seemed to notice that Satan pissed in the beer margaritas. Except for naked Abraham Lincoln.